Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. My name is Kosta Ikonomou, sports physiotherapist at Copeman Healthcare in downtown Vancouver. So today's episode is called Let's Explain Pain. The information of this episode has been drawn from pain scientists such as Prof. Luetmer Mosley, physiotherapist David Butler, and Dr. Greg Lehman. If you have any questions or would like more information on this topic, please don't hesitate to contact me via email. I will also have some more information at the end of this talk. All right, so let's talk about pain. Pain is defined as an unpleasant sensory and emotional experience associated with actual or potential tissue damage. So what does this mean? This means that pain is not always indicative of damage. You can have pain with tissue damage, you can have no pain with lots of damage, or you can have lots of pain with minimal damage. So how can this be so, right? Well, pain is influenced by a whole host of factors. Our emotions, our stress play a role, our sensations, our beliefs about pain, and our social environment can also amplify or play a role in pain sticking around for longer than it has to. So pain is a distressing experience associated with actual or perceived tissue damage with sensory, emotional, cognitive, and social components. Here's an example. So I was playing volleyball one day, jumped up for a spike. My friend at the time was on the opposite end. He was going to block. As I land down, he lands as well. My ankle or my foot lands on his foot and I twist my ankle. I hear a pop and I'm writhing in pain. My ankle swells up. I immediately take myself off, try to ice it, try to calm it down. Now, I've had a bit of experience with ankles, so I managed it appropriately. I took the appropriate precautions, and then within 2 weeks, I had no pain and I was walking just fine. Now, what studies have shown us is that an ankle physiologically can take anywhere between 4 to 12 weeks to heal. So physiologically there was quote unquote damage, but no pain. So why is that? Because pain is a protective mechanism, and my brain did not feel the need to send pain signals anymore to protect the joint, even though full healing was not finished yet for my ankle. Now, here's another example of people with findings on a MRI scan, but with no pain. So as you can see here, in this study, what they did is they took thousands of people with no pain and they scanned them. What they found was that, for example, at this age, so age 50, as you can see, 80% of the individuals showed disc degeneration but had no pain. So here's another example of individuals with findings, and the older we get, the more normal changes we get, but with no pain. So pain is a protective mechanism and not always indicative of damage. So how does this process come about? This process is called nociception. So anytime a noxious or unpleasant stimuli activates these sensors called nociceptors. Now, the unpleasant stimuli can be mechanical, can be chemical, it can be temperature. So these receptors then get stimulated and they send danger signals to the spinal cord via nerves. The spinal cord then makes a decision to send the signal to the brain for potential danger evaluation and acts like an amplifier. So the spinal cord could either ramp up these signals or drip feed the brain, depending on a whole host of other factors. The brain then makes a decision. It can say there is no danger here and turns down the signal, or it says there seems to be danger here and sends a lot of pain signals back to the area to protect it. The longer you experience pain, the stronger the amplification of pain can be triggered, and the less the pain becomes about the tissue and more about anything in your life or anything particular about you that can make it more sensitive to pain. So pain is normal, but the longer it goes on, the better we are at triggering pain and protection. So let's look at an analogy here. So we have a cup. This symbolizes kind of you. Now, within this cup, we can fit certain stressors. So let's say there's some emotional stress. There is some physical stress. There is some environmental stress, such as COVID or an epidemic. Now, you can tolerate certain things, but if you exceed your stressors in your life, whether it's anything like from physical to emotional to environmental, exceeds your capacity, we overflow and we get pain. Now, there's two things that we can do. You can either decrease the amount of stressors in your life, or we can build up your tolerance. So if we take the same amount of stress, and now you're building up your tolerance. So now your threshold for pain is about that much. So here you have same form of stressors that you did before, but your tolerance was a lot less. So things that you can ask yourself is, how can you be healthier? This could be building positive beliefs, improving your mood, improving coping strategies, better food choices, better sleep hygiene, or even increasing your strength, robustness, or exercise capacity, all enables you to build a better cup of yourself, thus decreasing your threshold of pain. So to summarize, pain is not always indicative of damage. Pain is normal, and pain is our protector. As pain persists, we get better at triggering it. Pain is multifactorial. It can be triggered by environmental, physical, or emotional stressors. And always ask yourself, if you are experiencing pain, what can you do to be healthier? And what can you do in your life to increase your cup? So you decrease the threshold of pain being released. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that video. If you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to contact me, as I mentioned before. But I've also put some information of some great resources about pain in the description box of this video. So again, thank you again. Hope everybody has a safe and physically active day.